Hello everyone, welcome back, JavaMentor.net here. In today's video, let's learn about Spring Profiles. But before we learn about Spring Profiles, I see one very ugly thing, and that is this part. So what's ugly about this? Well, the thing is, we have URL, user, and password hard-coded in the code. We would like to externalize those properties in some configuration file. For that purpose, I'll create, actually there is already application properties file that we got from that empty Spring initializer project, right? So inside there, you can go and you can say db.url equals to, and then you can paste this. And then you can say here, annotation at value, make sure to check Spring annotation. Maybe you will have some other annotation which are also called value, but you need value from this package, value, and then you say here, $db.url. And you do the same thing for user and for password. Just here, of course, you say username, and here you say password. And then you can remove those things from your Java class. In this fashion, your properties are not hard-coded inside your Java classes, but they're externalized to this application.properties file. Well, the next question that may pop up in your head is, well, we have multiple environments. I remember that from that environments video. We have dev environment where we are trying to deploy our changes and to see if that works. We have QA environment, and it might happen that password is not the same on dev environment and on QA environment. Remember, those two are two totally different servers, so some environment may have different properties, right? Well, it would be very cool if we can do something like that. Application minus dev.properties, and then inside this dev properties, we want to put properties for dev environment, and then we can create new file, application minus QA, so you're just adding suffix, right? Properties. And here we can say what are the properties for the QA server. Maybe password is spasoje QA and username is, something like this. And maybe, I don't know, something here is different. So we have multiple properties files here. If our application is deployed to the dev server, we need to configure our application to read from this dev properties file. And if our application is deployed to QA, then we want to read from this file. How to do that? Well, when we want to read from this QA properties file, that means that when we start our application, we want to add one parameter when starting our application, and that is spring.profiles.active equals, and then which profile we want to activate. So in this fashion, we activated dev profile. Okay, and in that case, our Spring Java application will read from the properties file that have minus dev suffix, and this minus QA will be ignored. So we learned how to externalize our properties, how to pick some properties from one file or from another file based on which Spring profile is active. Don't forget to put this Spring profiles active parameter equals to your active profile. But also, that's not the only way how we can use profiles. I mean, let's say that we want here that this repository is bean only if we are starting our application with dev profile active. In that case, we will use this profile annotation and we will say here dev. So this repository will only be a bean if dev Spring profile is active. Of course, in our case, we want this to be bean in any case, so we don't want that profile annotation, but you understand the point. And I think that would be enough for profiles for now and for this application.properties file. Let's make a little break from this Spring and let's learn about Java streams in the next video. See you there!